time, I didn't bother. I basically waited till I was in a server before I started streaming. That worked better. Now I'm trying to get to watch my own stream on my laptop. So, part of my problem is I've forgotten what half the blooming controls are on this game because I haven't. Why? No, because I haven't played in a long time. It's been basically a year. What's happened to my graphics? Oh my god. Graphics are horrid. Configure. Video. That's not what... I also tried... It's not... I also tried... This is the 64-bit. Very high. Shadows. Normal. Auto, very high, disabled, yeah, disabled, high, ambient inclusion. I'm going to turn that off. Ooh. I don't know, it looks half decent. Post-processing, very high. Let's drop that disabled. Apply. Continue. Oh, wait, put your fists down. Still looks a bit washed out to me. I'm going to have to play with my settings. Right. Does appear to be a couple of people watching, which is nice. So, reacquainting myself with DayZ. As I say, I have not played for... Well, I played a couple of days ago just to test things. Right, I'm looking at the screen on my laptop. Yeah, tree. And the picture quality seems to be pretty good. A bit dark, but not bad. Ooh, berry bush. Let's get some food, because I've actually got a game to play as well as testing the streaming malarkey. And I'm trying to figure out how long the delay is. Yay. Berries. Oh, I don't need that. That can get lost. 2 lots of berries. Taken to hand. No, just nom them. She's got some very strange, starey eyes. Have you finished nomming? Nom those. Tab out of that. Search for berries. Does look a bit fuzzy. All looks a bit... Tell you what, is 3D resolution wrong? Configure. Video. Video memory. Haha, no, let's auto that because I got 6 gig of RAM. Why is this all jumped to normal? I'll go for normal shadows, I'll go for high shadows. Anti-aliasing disable, FSX lows, put to normal. Post-processing, let's turn that off altogether. Where is 3D resolution, or fill rate as it always used to be called? Video. I can't see 3D resolution. Have they removed that? Very weird if they have. Ooh, that looks better. Oh, you put your fists down. She always seems to put her fists up. Now, did I find something to eat then? No, I didn't. So, I'm not quite sure when that disappeared, or I'm just misremembering from playing too many Armour games. But with Armour games you've always been able to separate 3D resolution from come on. Oh, cunt. You're not going to move your arms. Search for berries, thank you. Yeah. No, I've still not found anything. Okay, it's decided I'm not going to have anything more to eat for a bit. She's got a bit of a big bum, hasn't she? I've got very narrow shoulders. Very boyish haircut. But then again, I guess that's so that hats and helmets and things work without having to have clipping issues. God, the graphics were roughly where I like them. It does appear to be quite dark on the stream though. Looking at the stream on my laptop. And Ubiquality, yeah, not a problem. Talk to you later. As I say, all the time I made videos for YouTube and stuff, it always sort of shocked me a bit that anyone would want to watch me play a game and generally talk about playing computer games and whatever came across my mind at the time I played them. The fact that people sort of got a little upset when I stopped, again, a little bit of a surprise. I only ever made I only made videos because it was something I enjoyed doing, and when I stopped enjoying doing it, I sort of stopped. Now maybe the streaming will work better because it's actually much lower effort on my part. The problem with making videos for YouTube was that you've got to edit them, you've got to have all the render time, and for as long, pretty much for as long as you play, you're going to have twice that time after playing before you can do anything else. So, and I used to make hour-long, 2-hour-long videos. So if I made recorded an hour's gaming, and very often what would happen is I would be playing for about 4 hours. I would record about an hour of it. It would then take an hour to render, and then at least another half hour to upload. So, you know, you've played to like 4 or 5 hours playing a computer game. Do you really want to spend the next 2 hours faffing about? And all for what? There was zero financial gain. Because I think the grand total that I've ever received out of YouTube is, well, it's pitiful. It's tiny amounts of money. I think I received one check, $50, in 2 years. You've got to be well over 100,000 subscribers before you can start thinking about it as being an income. I think you've got to have over 100,000 subscribers just to recover your costs. And you've got to be, up around 500,000 before you can actually consider it to be, a proper income. So, and even then, you're talking about t-shirts and merchandise and advertising deals. So, yeah, there's a handful of people on YouTube making a very nice living. The rest of us, not so much, So the content we make for our own choices and for our own reasons. Pom pom pom. Ah, yes, been here before. Let's see if there's. Oh, let's go first person. Anything? Oh, an axe. That's pretty cool. To have an axe straight away. What are you? A lockpick. Yeah, that's about as much use as a chocolate chisel. At the moment, at least. Is there going to be anything up there? don't think things spawn up there. If you notice, you can't look right up. It's sort of like restricted the how high you can look up. I noticed this when I was going up a ladder earlier. You can't crane. You can't look straight up, which is slightly odd. Ba-ba-bum, through the door. So where am I going? Normal end game for me is to end up in Zelena. Let's go along to the castle. Did get a little confused with some of the landscape changes. Oh, I need to have something to drink. I've got to find something fairly quickly, drink-wise. I've had a little bite to eat. Ooh, a Z. That I can do without any Z problem. Do we get things spawning up here? Doesn't seem to be anything there. This is an absolute leg breaker. Get this wrong, and you are. No, it doesn't seem to be anything there. We've got a Z over there. Down we go. There's lots of things I've got to get sorted before this actually works properly, like a little overlay card. I might set up my webcam. Problem is my webcam is... What are you? Blue tracksuit jacket. Okay. Oi, let me pick it up. Swap that. Now, take into hands. Can I turn this into... No. What I want to do is rip it into rags, but it doesn't appear to let me do it. Remove from hands, inspect. So, remove from hands. Let's put it in my pocket. All I can do is inspect and... But I can't rip it into rags like I used to with this. Torn rags, but I can't rip my t-shirt up. Odd. Very odd. Oops. At least I've got a jacket now. Where am I going? What am I going to do next? Yep, little housing will go off in that direction, assuming that I can find my bearings. Because we do need to get to civilization. We do need some water and a few more supplies. Do have a Z to worry about. So it was that way, wasn't it? Oh, let's have a look in here. Is there anything in here? God, it's dark in here. Absolutely bugger all. So, that village was roughly that way. Well, hopefully we can find a well, get something to drink, hopefully find some more berry bushes because I'm thirsty and hungry. Yes, I know you want to eat something. I'm disappointed at how dark it appears on the screen. Maybe I've got to turn my gamma up slightly. When I say that on the recording, on the video, it does seem to be very, very dark. Where looking at it on my monitor, it's perfectly fine. And the other thing, of course, is when I used to record the videos, I didn't record all the time. So if I didn't have anything to say, I stopped recording. And I'd be trundling along, and then I'd think of something to say, and then I'd start recording, or something interesting would happen, and I would start saying something. On recording. Now that's the wrong type of berry bush, if I remember rightly. Just make sure that they're still... Yeah, that's the poisonberry bush. That'll make you sick. There's another one. That's... Ooh. Yeah, that's also a poisonberry bush, I think. Assuming, that's assuming they haven't changed the rules. It's been so long since I've played. There are so many mechanics I don't know about within the game, and there's an awful lot of mechanics that I may have forgotten about. Did you see a video where there were wolves? That's scary as. Wolves? Don't know if I need wolves in my life. It is beautiful though. It is still a beautiful game. It is nice to see the game runs reasonably quickly now. It's strange. Those of you who remember may know that I was one of the pre-alpha testers. I get the feeling if they released the game in this state, I don't think, I don't know, they made an awful lot of money out of this game, but this is sort of the state it should have been in when they first released the alpha. It was very, very rough. So I've just run all this way to a village that doesn't exist. Oh, fertilizer, whoop-de-doo. That's really going to help my axe. That's the wrong type of berry bush. So's that. Currently running about west. Up over this rise there's a small village right in the bottom right hand corner of the map. Which means I'm basically running the wrong direction from my general gameplay, because I nearly always end up in Zelenogorsk. There was a mission I used to play a lot in Arma 2, which sort of started you here. Had a lot of low-lying fog. It was probably the best implementation of fog I've seen in the game, which I'm sort of surprised they haven't done in DayZ. But then this game is diverging from Arma. Still basically the same engine, but they've made changes to DayZ that has separated it from Arma quite considerably. Mechanically, it's very different. The fact it's running this smoothly, gosh. I think the Arma guys could have learned something or two about this to get Arma to run as smoothly as DayZ now would be nice. Again, thunder. Oh, they've changed this village. There's now a is that a hospital? Something? There's something a little more important, building-wise. We're still quite close to the coast. We're still only inland by inland by a couple of kilometres. Kilometre and a half, 2 kilometres. Oh, there's now a little industrial area. Looks like a couple of houses are missing. Hopefully we can find a well and I can get something to drink. No idea of how many other players there are on this server. Yeah, they've changed this quite a lot. Do we get loot on this? These things always used to be good for loot. I think I hear I hear zombies. Oh great! Yeah, they've changed this village. Oh, and a chicken. They've changed this village quite considerably. Most of the houses appear to have been different now. These look like sort of holiday chalets. A walkie-talkie in bad condition. Crazy old man zombie. And there's some water. Oh. Some Pepsi. Right. Let's drink these two because they'll give me both energy and liquid because they've got sugar in. Fortunately, they didn't make the game with diet soda. It's the apocalypse, but she's still got nail varnish, which is always good. That guy's gives me the creeps. Or is that food? Remember the right. No, did I really want to get on my belly? Don't think I have the choice at the moment. I've got to open this canned spaghetti with my axe, which means I'm going to lose some. Yeah, I lost about half. But right now I don't have the option. It's get all the food, all of the sustenance, and put it in your tummy as quick as. Where's that Z? He's over there. A frying pan. Ooh, what's that under there? Is that a rucksack? Bloody hell, I got a rucksack already. Unbelievable. Good fortune. Nice find. Half-naked guy can run off in that direction. Oh, I like this little holiday camp place. A good amount of loot. I'm glad there's a reasonable amount of loot. Sometimes with some builds they've released there's no loot at all, and you think, no. There's one in that orchard, I think. Boots? What are they? Sneakers grey, pristine. Well, why not? Let's have sneakers. Don't do anything, but I'd always hoped that the boots or footwear would be a mechanic that was important. I've got a zombie over there. I do like the fact you can avoid zombies. So we've got another water source. Which is good. Yeah, this is quite a nice little village to come to by the look of it. For resources. Oi, round the corner. Yeah, this village has been changed out of all recognition, really. Nice little football area or something. It's got some stands. And a football pitch. Cool. Doesn't seem to be much in here. Oh no, there's another leather kit. Oops, always turn a little too soon. Yeah, I managed to just avoid those zombies, which is cool. I'm no longer thirsty, I'm no longer hungry. Which is not bad. What are you? Remember how to crouch. Of course, I can take all the things really. I've got a backpack, haven't I? So quick check, no zombies. Let's go into this piano house, or schoolhouse. Right, that jacket. No, it's got a fishing hook. Green shirt. No, I'll keep to my cracky top. Always thought of this as being an old schoolhouse or something. Because like you got the headmaster's office up here. Or music school. Ooh, what are you? What are you? Tyre repair kit. Don't do vehicles. Unless you're talking bicycles. Oh, I love bicycles. Have they got bicycles in the game? Bicycle always was my favourite mode of transportation in both Armour and in DayZ, particularly DayZ. You know, my mate Gaddo always used to like I'll go to those after I've done the building. Yeah, my mate Gaddo always used to like get trucks and cars and helicopters and all these things, and all I wanted was a bloody bicycle. Give me a bicycle, mate. Because a bicycle, nice and quiet, you could move reasonably quickly. You could get where you wanted to go. I'm trying to remember how many of these are openable. Holster. No gun to put in it yet. I'm trying to remember, as I say, I can't remember which of these doors are openable. None of them by the appearance. And up we go. So yeah, I always used to like bicycles. Best form of transport ever in the game. Because, as I say, real low tech. There's another one. Yeah, you could move around so quickly, nice and quiet. This one should be openable because I can see the door handle. That's a quick tip to anyone. They still seem to be following that rule. If it has a 3D modelled handle, it's a door you can open. If it doesn't have a 3D modelled handle, you can't. As far as I'm aware, there is only one door on the map. There's a particular type of building. Wherever that building appears, it'll have a 3D modelled handle and the door doesn't open. Sort of wished Mr. Pipsy worked. See, always used to be things here. That's just a painted on texture. Yep. this building not to find any more blooming doors opened. Yeah, there's that same texture again. It does look good, but how tricky would that have been to actually make that a proper 3D texture? Rooftops always used to be, in the very, very early game, when in the pre-alpha and such, rooftops used to be the best place to find loot because the way they distributed loot was almost, I don't know how true it was, but it almost felt like it was rained down from above. So rooftops used to be good. This is, gosh, we used to have a name for this as well. I can't remember what it was. Where, like in Aladdin's cave, you'd always find the M4 in one of these, in this very top portion of this building. But I'm remembering things that are so irrelevant now. Do like the movement. There's no, you don't have to worried. So do I do that bit before I do the bit that's over there? Yeah, let's do this little bit first, see if there's anything down here. See if there's anything in these vehicles. Then nip back out over the top. I'm still heading roughly in the wrong direction, mind. Can I? Yes, I can. Oi, let me in. Let me in. But there's nothing in here. Bugger. And I'm down on the ground. Anything over here? No, a car. Anything in the car? Oh, is that, what's that? Oh no, it's a door mirror. I got a take sign then, didn't I? I got a take sign? Okay, maybe not. No, it's nothing. A t-shirt. Yeah, black. Oh, black shirt. That's in a very rough state, isn't it? I don't think I'll bother trying to get into there. Wrong button. ACP round. Oh, they're there. I will take those. And my second lot of ammunition found. These very rarely give anything, and then we got a building. You dear bugger all in here. Do bus stops give anything these days? No. Too easy to find things at a bus stop, aren't they? There were some buildings at the back. We've got some garages and some outbuildings. Let's have a quick check in here. Nope. Nope. Ooh. Nah, I've got an axe. The axe will do. Yes, I know you're feeling hungry. I've got to find a... There were some apple trees around the corners, an orchard, but there was a zombie living in amongst them, so we'll be giving that one a miss. And we have a spade. You'd think a spade would be a fantastic zombie weapon, because it's heavy and clouty, but for stunning, and it's also a sharp blade. What are you? A glow plug again. Vehicle supplies. Not interested in vehicles. And a wheel. You see, you're there. Oh, back in 5 minutes. I'm back. Posty. Stuff from Amazon. It's just before Christmas and stuff. You know, sorry about that. Wonder how much of that you could hear in the background. I'm not very professional when it comes to this whole streaming malarkey. This really is only my first ever stream. You should be able to see from up here that we're actually quite close to the coast. Oh! Oh yes, someone has been having fun with their new designs, haven't they? The map always has been great. And the map guys appear to have been having some fun. Haven't they just? Blooming fences. Wow. Snip round here to the side entrance. To the little storeroom. Nothing in the storeroom. Into the building. Now fireplaces apparently you can now use, which is cool. I wouldn't set up camp this close to the coast unless I had ulterior motives. Let's go and investigate that cable car. Anything in here? Oh, I didn't check the garage. Truck tyre. And a wrench. Yeah, this road's new. So many new things. I mean, obviously I know my way around the map, wrong time, reasonably well. Because they haven't changed a lot of things, but they've changed enough to make... Oh, it'd be great if we could get this going. Almost makes me want to go down to the other end and have a look. Isn't this smart? This has taken a lot of work. This is beautiful. Ah, some more of those little chalet things, because that's going down to the coast. Because that's looking east. Should be looking east. I hate the fact that you can't see those things so easily. Ah, it comes round to here. So if you spawn at the coast, you could probably come and... This is set up as a ski resort. So this is the piste. Yikes, that's one heck of a ski resort, isn't it? And going to the left and going to the right. Someone's had some fun with this. They really have. So these are little ski lodges, I'm guessing. Not something we have in my part of the world. Because we don't get snow. Well, we do get snow, but not so much as you'd notice. These don't give out as much loot as the others. Having good fun exploring. Unfortunately, my thirst and hunger have got to the point where I'm going to probably have to go back to where those wells are. I know there's no more food beyond what I can gather from the countryside, but I seem to be getting very hungry and very thirsty very quickly, because I did have a reasonable amount to eat. And there's thunder, and it's brilliant sunshine with not a cloud in the sky, and I can hear thunder, so yep, that's a little broken. But yeah, this portion of the map making a ski resort. Of course, with a hospital, makes perfect sense. Rather than the village that was here originally. I know I've got some Zeds up this way as well, which is not good. I may have to deal with those, which is not something I want to do. And there's Gello asking me to come on TeamSpeak. So, give me a few seconds. I'm going to sit in a bush. You're going to look at me. Now, will this recording survive me alt-tabbing? Let's find out.
Hello. This button.
Yeah, it
Hey,
does
mate.
help. Just to let you know, I'm live streaming on YouTube at the moment.
Alright, nice.
So I now know that it actually survives me alt-tabbing. I'm playing Daisy, haven't played for...
What you doing on the old Daisy?
Because this is... Well, don't forget, I've not played it for a year, so to me this is actually quite cool. Because it now runs properly, and nice and smoothly.
To tell you the truth, it still wants crap compared to Arma 3. And
So you're playing a modded version?
There are hundreds of mods, and they are all better than what the old Daisy was. It is what Daisy should have been.
Have you played Daisy recently?
Yesterday.
And you still don't think it's a patch?
Oh, I mean, you mean the old one?
Yeah, I mean proper Daisy standalone.
We played it after the big patch, when it started to run a little better. Or when it ran better, but it still isn't what it should have been, you know? It could have been so much more. And if I look at the... You got a 3 launcher, and you can download all the mods through there, really easy. It goes automatically, depends on what server you try to join. It installs the mods you need for it, and it just looks so much better, because the graphics of Arma 3 are just already so much better. It's the total package. It's the old Daisy is missing stuff. Plus, they're never gonna finish it.
I think they are going to finish it. I have some faith.
Keep dreaming, and then it's gonna be too late because everybody else is playing the new one. But anyway, I'll come have a go if I install it in time. It's been a while since the old one.
Yeah, because you've just recently got a new system, haven't you? Or did you get the old one repaired?
Well, the old one broke down. The motherboard was broken. Let's see, a couple of things were broken. The hard, the hard drives. My SSD drive was broken. My video card was broken.
How do you break
But
all
the
of
thing
that?
is-
Did you get like an electric shock or something?
I think something like that happened. I think my motherboard broke and it broke the rest of it, or something like that.
I know a power supply can take out everything.
I'm not really sure. So, but what we did, we bought a new motherboard, put it in, and we thought everything was over. Then we noticed the working memory was broken, so I had to replace that. And then we've noticed that the SSD was broken, so I could send that one back because it wasn't a year old, less than that, so I got guarantee on that. And now, then everything finally worked, and then I noticed my graphics card was giving me issues. So I sent that one back today, and I put a different one in now, and now everything works fine. So far.
Very
So
odd.
it took me about 3, maybe 4 months. I haven't played any games, anything. I just got back about a week ago, maybe 1.5. On
Yeah,
the other hand, I bought myself a house, so I don't have any time to play anyway.
yeah, I know. It's odd, but this business of hang on, sorry, trying to dodge a zombie. Uh, hang on, come on. I'm trying to get the jump over button to work. Oh, sod it, I'll run round. Yeah, it does strike me as very odd that everything on your computer just died. It sounds like you got a power spike or something.
It could have been. I was playing. I think I was playing the new DayZ or Arma 3, and just suddenly, bang, everything black. I thought, hey, what the hell happened? So I tried to restart and nothing. It just completely failed in one go. No blue screen, no nothing.
Does sound like some kind of power spike of some nature. Took everything out. PSU going. Wasn't thunder and lightning outside at the time, was it?
Nope. It's going pretty fast. It's already on 8%. So.
Yeah, I mean if I remember rightly, your computer was quite old by that point anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the problem is I just upgraded it about a year ago. So I kinda hoped to keep it running for a couple more years and then replace it, especially because I just bought myself the house.
Yeah, expense. More expense. The only good thing to be said these days is that if you're a bit crafty about how you build your computer, you don't actually need the absolute top of the line of everything just to make games run properly.
Yeah.
You know, spending €200 on or €250 on a graphics card is more than acceptable for most games, especially if you're playing at 1080p. I mean, I've got a 980 Ti because I'm a hardware whore, but you know, the new AMD RX 480, more than enough graphics card for almost every single game at 1080p, and it's what I think they're selling them from must be about somewhere between 200 and €250.
Yeah, the video card I had in there was the let's see, the R9 390.
Yeah.
And now I have a Nvidia 1050 or something. It says
Yeah, 1050.
GTX, yeah, GTS 1050 Ti.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I borrowed this one from my brother, and the other one is sent back to the company where it came from. I still have warranty on it, so.
yeah. I mean, the 1050 again, probably more than enough graphics card for 90% of the people for 99% of the time. The days of, unless you're going 4K or you're doing something odd, you really don't need a top flight graphics card anymore.
Nah.
And CPUs are much the same, for gaming at least.
I'm not that bothered about the graphics anymore, you know. It always looks good anyway, and as long as I can play, I'm happy.
Just seen a random... Oh no, I am near a house, I guess. Some of the zombies now are really ugly. 2 zombies in this house. Do you know what? Discretion, better part of valor. Whatever that one little house might have had isn't worth 2 zombies. Strange.
Plus, I like the new DayZ also because we're playing some new maps, you know. I'm kind of done with Cherno over and over and over. Same shit, different day.
I think for me it's because I've not played for a year.
Yeah,
I'd sort of slowed down my playing of DayZ anyway, to the point where I was only playing it once a month or so just to check out the new
the
release, the updates, and of course I've not been able to play for a year because I've been running Linux.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
laugh.
crazy. It's the only game I really missed. Is Daisy. That I really felt like, oh, if only I could play.
Yeah.
But that's also because I've been playing with Pip a lot on the new servers, and I don't know. We were really building our own base because you can build stuff in there too. You know, make your own hideout, lock it away so that other people cannot come in, and
Yeah. The old mod before standalone came out was starting to do stuff like that and locking. Which mod? There was a mod which was it
I
Epoch or
think it's
something.
Epoch. Yeah,
You could have safes. I've
yeah.
still got a coaster where if you flip it over, there is the combination of our safe written on the back.
Okay, I didn't know. Well, it's the same in here. You can. There are. It depends on the mods.
3408. There you go. That's the number. I've just flipped the coaster over, and that is the lock to our safe in Epoch in a server that doesn't exist anymore.
All right. Oh, we could set the code to whatever we want. But it's every server has their own mods and or their own yeah, a couple of own mods in there. So you have to find a good server. But me and Pip, we found a really nice server to play on, with some AI walking around it, and you can attack the AI, kill them all, and then get some special gear and all that. So there's missions to do, there's stuff to do. It's more than just the old Busy, where the only thing there was is hunting each other or being a hero, you know? I was looking if I could watch you play. I don't see it anywhere.
If you go to my channel, you can watch me play there.
Through your profile or something.
You go to my go to my YouTube channel. It should be there.
Ah, I thought through Steam I was looking.
No, it's nothing to do with Steam. You'd have to go to my YouTube channel, which is.
Because I thought Steam also has a live stream stuff.
It does. But I'm actually streaming to YouTube. YouTube will record it, and people will be able to watch it later.
Alright.
I know most people watch streams on Twitch. I've never really got into Twitch. I watch things on Twitch occasionally, but I tend to prefer YouTube. Don't know why. But as I say, this is third test. My first two tests failed dismally because I attempted to start streaming before I found a server, which I don't think is particularly clever. But I was just testing to see if it worked, you know. And this, what I'm doing right now, is just a test. I don't know if I'm going to be doing more of this. Because I was saying earlier was that the problem with recording, making videos is like we'd play like a 4 or 5 hour session. I would record the interesting bits for like an hour, then spend at least another 2 to 3 hours after we'd finished, both editing, rendering, and uploading. For what, you know? I'm sure there were people who enjoyed my stuff, because I know there were people who were upset when it stopped. The fact that within a couple of minutes of starting these test streams, there were already people watching, I thought was. I've got this open on my laptop beside me, so I can see what people have. People are saying, and you know, they're listening to you talk, and they're commenting on that as well. So
That's cool. Yeah, I'm joining you right now.
so you're going to be on. So the guys on the live stream, Gatto and I, have known each other for a very long time. We were both part of the pre-alpha testing before the game was released. That was a lot of fun. God, we played a lot of DayZ with that test community.
Yeah, that was great. The pre-alpha.
Yeah, yeah, having to sign an NDA and all that stuff. That burnt, that did, because I was doing my YouTube videos, and I couldn't say anything to anyone. I had to keep my mouth shut, and me keeping my mouth shut, that doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm watching right now. It gives a little lag, or there's a little lag through TeamSpeak, and then I hear you through YouTube. So
Yeah,
there's a little lag in there.
there is a little bit of lag. I think it's about 30 seconds between what's happening on my screen and what I'm seeing on the thing. The other thing I'm noticing is it's very dark. Why does there have to be a zombie right there?
Yeah, but in game it's lighter than it is showing on YouTube then.
Yes. On YouTube, I'm looking at it. It looks incredibly dark. It might be the angle my monitor's at. It looks very,
it's
very
the same
dark.
here. Same with me.
I do not want to have a fight with a zombie on a steep slope.
Actually, I don't know if the trick still works, where they fall down if you run downhill.
Do you know what? I don't think many tricks work at all anymore. I know I've only got the one bandage. If I get swamped here, he looks a little interested. Yep, he's interested. Nope. Come on, that's it.
Right, I'll be AFK for about 15 minutes, then I'll come join you.
Okay. Just killed my first zombie. Ugh. That I can do without. Nails? Nails. Keeps on flashing. Get your shadows sorted out, mister. Right, let's put that away. No. Put that away. Ooh, wife's coming with coffee. Thank you, darling. Oh. There doesn't seem to be much in here. What is my state? I'm hydrated and I'm hungry. There's another zombie. I'm amazed the other zombies didn't sort of all gather round me. Because I killed... Oh, bloody hell. Come on, and it's like this, and... Come on. Oh, you've hit me twice. I like the stagger. Am I bleeding? No, I'm not. Are they searchable? Oh, they do have slots, but... Do not like the idea of having to kill zombies just to find... That's a very bright red hat. You know, having to kill zombies to get a few items. Especially when items are this hard to find. A walkie-talkie. a better hat. No. What happened there? Oh, I didn't put it on. Of course, this is a hat with a slot, isn't it? So, no. No. Where's the hat gone? Grey hoodie, equipped. Very odd. I'll put the hat on later. I was talking about the three-dimensional, the only 3D handle in game that doesn't actually open a door. Is that one? Yeah. Another zombie over there. Wait, get through that gap. Chopsticks, eh? Do need to find something to eat fairly soon. Lead pipe. Of course, the galley comes on. We've then got to spend like half an hour trying to find each other. Right, so if I do this, search for apples, hopefully I can find something. I found some bullets along the way. What if I can combine those? No. See if we can find some more. So far I've got one apple. There is just the other side of that fence a zombie. I could do without that. I really could. Someone's suggesting I put the gamma up slightly. That's probably not such a silly idea. Configure. Brightness. Gamma. Apply. Continue. Put your fists down. Hopefully that's going to help a little bit. It's made things a little more washed out for me, but yeah, that's a little better on stream, but not great. Still not as good as it is for me playing. I wonder why that is, if there's a setting within the game, or a setting within that the streaming software might not be actually grabbing. Oh, is that another zombie? Oh great, another zombie. Let's there's a zombie there. I mean, it's good that there are zombies. This is supposed to be a zombie horror game, you know. Again, a nicer hat, but it won't let me put it on. It just puts it in a pocket. Actually, that's not a nicer hat, but oh, there's the hat. Oh, idiot. So what is this hat? A woolly hat. Yeah. Cool. So I'm hydrated. I got my axe. And I'm zombie dodging. I'm sure there are many aspects of the mechanics of the game that I'm missing because it's been so long since I've played. That part of it is I don't want to kill him just to look at that building. Part of it is I'm missing it because I've not played for a long time and I've forgotten, and part of it is that I'm Oh, there's another one over there. And there. Oh, don't want to go through the water. I'll get wet feet. Didn't get wet feet. Normal problem, of course, in this game is that one little bit of you gets wet, the whole of you gets wet. You can like stand into your ankles in water, and all of a sudden your hat's wet, your backpack's wet, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I'm looking at my screen on my monitor, and this YouTube is not still very, very, very dark. So we can put him back. I'm still in the eastern portion of the map. That road goes to the coast, and we're running inland, so we're running roughly west at the minute. Roughly. Very roughly. Until I find a land feature that I'm 100% certain of, or I actually get a map of, not a map, but a compass. All navigation is going to be approximate. Because the stream is new. There wasn't. I don't think there was a stream there. Have we got anything in the machine shed? Oh, a shovel. Got a proper little lake. Oh, it's a little dam. Now that's strange. But you're not going to let me... Oh, stupid bloody thing. Don't remember a dam being here, which sort of makes me either think they've put a new dam in, or here is not where I think here is. Just saw lightning, which is, again, weird. Yeah, I don't read Cyrillic writing. Don't know the Cyrillic alphabet. Because unless my internal navigation has gone completely screw, which I don't think it has, that dam is new. Aha! Ooh! What are you? Lily, gonna let me inspect it? A single barrel rifle. Simplicity. Internal hammer, tapered sparrow, blah de blah de blah. 11mm scope rails. And it's in pristine condition. We'll grab it because it's the first weapon we've seen. We will grab it. No idea what ammunition it takes. Fortunately, I have something more than that, but it might have something in it. Oh, we have a knife, which we can use for skinning and such like. Why doesn't this scroll? It does scroll very slowly. Some boots, another bag, anything in it? Nope. A pot. It's all for the cooking. Ooh, some stutter there. Just been reliably informed, this is Delina. It is just nice to have someone watching you while you do, which is where I thought I was. So apparently I'm not going to find much here. Oi, over you go. I'd be honest, at this level in the game, having only just started a little while ago, you don't need a great deal. You need just enough food to keep you going. Finding the axe was a real boon. And there we go, there's a... no. Take into hands. Put there. 9mm rounds. Are you going to let me take those? Thank you. So what fits into this? This interface is a bit sluggish. So, the 9mm, no. The 45s, no. What is this? Unpack. No. Don't think that does it either. So, I still don't have any... I have a weapon but no ammunition. What's that? Oi. And these are... do they fit? Chamber. So let's bring those up to there. Can I only chamber? Can I not? Where did they go? No, they need to go to there. No, they're not sticking. For some reason. Inspect. I think I have now a single round chambered. Have I got something in my hand? Oh, my hair's coming through. Okay, I think... yes, I've got the bloody tin opener in my hand. I think the server is lagging. That's not good. Put your hands down. So if I do that, it's now gone into my... okay, that's sort of acceptable. Yeah, someone's saying that there have been many changes to the map this year, and I think he's right. There have been a lot of changes, which is good, really, because I mean I've not played the game in a whole year, so it's still not perfect. It runs so much more smoothly, which is nice. Get out of third person. What are you? Green peppers. I don't think I'm into cultivating. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good that there have been a lot of changes, but I think it would be quite painful to play this game continuously. I mean, if I hadn't taken a year away, and all of these changes are just crept in little by little. Ooh, what are you? Waterproof bag. 20, 12. I keep that. Ooh, baseball cap. You see, we're supposed to be able to open fridges. We're supposed to be able to open cupboards and see what's in them. But that still hasn't happened yet. Another lockpick, which I don't really need. Is it over there? You know, we've got to chop wood, which sounds great, until you realise there's a wood pile. Why can't I just get wood there? Oh, another little down, look. You know, there's a chopping block. Now there's something coming up there. Search for stone, you know. Can't I search for wood? And that wood cord? Wouldn't that be more sense? So there are some things about the game that are still screwy. Alright, let's have a slurp of my coffee. Yeah, let's not deal directly with him, hey? I mean, I think it's good that there are a reasonable amount of zombies. And at this stage in the game, when all I've got is an axe, I have to be very wary of them. I might be being a little overly wary. There's a shovel. Still always look in these buildings because these sheds always used to be like bright little gold mines. What are you? Charcoal tabs. I think I need you. Purifying water and such like. I know I was looking at a mod and they'd redone the interiors of all of these buildings, made them all enterable. Done a slightly better job of making enterable buildings than... Is that the one I just came from? No, that's the bar. Yeah, there is a mod for armour that has done nicer interior than you get in DayZ. I was quite surprised that the latest thing for armour doesn't have, some of them don't have enterable interiors. It's like they're pulling away from enterable buildings a little bit with the armour series. Ooh, they're quite useful apparently. The Tanoa expansion, not all the buildings are enterable. It's like they're returning to the old days of armour where not all buildings are enterable. Does change, I mean for armour it makes more sense for the buildings not to be enterable. Little play area. But yeah, a little surprising that some of the buildings in Tanoa, which by the way is an absolutely gorgeous looking map. Dear God, can you imagine playing a zombie game? A zombie game in the jungle. These used to be a real boon for item pickup, but doesn't appear to be anymore. We've got a hard hat. Might protect me from a zombie slap, but your character looks stupid. Sledgehammer. Yeah. Strange, no water so far in this village. I must have missed it. There must be a water source I didn't
So you're
see.
somewhere up north, yeah?
No, I'm in Delina apparently, because hey, this is one of the advantages of having people watching the stream. When I say I'm not quite sure where I am, it pops up and tells me where I am, which is pretty cool.
Where you said Delina?
Delina. So eastern side of the map, about halfway up, inland by about 3-4 kilometres.
That's near Vybor, yeah? Between Vybor and Selena.
I think so. I'm heading roughly west. You know where I'm going. You always know where I'm going because I'm always going to the same place.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, I am in. I think.
A very unproductive fruit tree, and I can see the apples, and it's really annoying that it's really being very unproductive. You know it's bad when you're having to rely on apples. Apples and berries. Boring. I've not found anything. Sod it. Ooh, glasses. See what we can find. Cars used to be such good things for finding things. Sort of almost wish they went back to the total random drop thing, which they used to do in the old days. They're so selective now about how and what drops when. That finding stuff now is really tricky. Ooh. Shotgun, don't like shotguns. Is that hoodie in better condition? Worn. Damaged. Okay, that solves that problem. Oh, we can get rid of the flat cap. And the paper. Where did I pick the paper up? I always seem to pick up paper from somewhere. I don't need a pen. And that's in a very rough state, so we'll leave that. Ooh. You can actually get in the back. Another hat. Ooh, what are you? A trumpet. Can you remember what the trumpet is? Pump action. This is a 2-2, isn't it? Dismantle. And it's now in there. And that's there, that'll work. Black boonie. There was, can you remember the talk about in the pre-alpha about the possibility of having to actually take a crap?
Yeah.
never really sorted that out, did they?
They talked about a lot of things, but I was watching the other day someone else, and they were talking about they only put 10 men on the team to work on this game. That's all.
It used to have a massive team.
Well, apparently it's not. They only put 10 people on it and let them stagger around it for as long as they can. And that's why they already saying it's never gonna be finished. They already made their money. Even if they finish it, they're never gonna make more money. So why would
No, they made millions out of this. I mean, part of the reason why Arma 3 was so good is because of the money from this. Not only this, but also the mod, because Arma sales had always been traditionally low. There was a small hardcore group of fans who loved the games and played them.
Yeah, it's definitely until the mod came.
But when the mod came out, all of a sudden Arma 2 sales went through the roof because everybody was playing DayZ. And then all of a sudden, not so much. And they made the standalone, and yeah, it's almost dead.
That's the thing, that their biggest mistake was not using the Arma 3 engine.
Well, they used a combination between the Arma 2 and the Arma 3 engine for DayZ, but then they made alterations. The reason why this is so much faster is because there was a game called Gaian or something.
I'm on the East Coast, by the way.
Yeah, well, I'm inland from the East Coast, so just head to Zelena. It would be a terrible
It's
shame.
just missing these bits and bobs that Arma 3 or DayZ Arma 3 has.
Yeah. I think part of it is they didn't make this moddable. This is not finding anything in the berries or the apple trees is odd.
I'll give it a go, see what happens, if I can find apples.
Well, I was finding them at the beginning.
Yeah, you have to spam the trees. Just spam one tree and they keep coming after a while. Or maybe they changed it, made a max on it. You can only find a couple of them.
Yeah, I was told that this is apparently a low resource area, and it sort of feels like it. Oh, a police station. Aha! We have a water pump. It's still bad that my hair clips through the hat I'm wearing. Finding nothing in a police station is weird.
I don't know if it still takes loot to spawn in. Take some time.
No, loot is spawned in when the server starts, and then respawns once it's taken to a certain total number. Pristine, so we swap that for that one. Swap. Oh, I did pick up some berries. God for that. My character's female, and she's still got nail varnish. It's really weird. Really don't think I'm going to find anything much in this area. I think I've got to go inland further. Let's do it by avoiding the zombies, eh? Fortunately didn't get damp. Hydrated but hungry. Not good. That was a very, very disappointing little village. I'm looking at the stream on my monitor, on my laptop, and it looks like it's almost like I'm running through in the night time, and it's absolutely nowhere near that dark.
You can also turn your brightness up.
Yeah, I
See if it
turned my
changes
gamma
on
up a
YouTube.
little bit, but the thing is, there comes a point where, yes, I want it to look good on the stream, but I want it to look good while I'm playing.
Yeah, true.
It's an incident of, you know, do I stream or not stream? The number one thing is, I want to play the game.
Well, there should be some settings you can change, right? As in the streaming settings. Maybe somewhere in there.
Ooh, a PU scope. Doesn't fit on anything. Be a decent monocle though, hopefully. 3. No, I can't. Isn't that strange? I thought I'd be able to use the PE scope as a monocular. I was playing yesterday or day before yesterday, and I found myself an AK-47 and a magazine, but I couldn't figure out whether or not I had any bullets in it. And I wasn't about to ring the dinner bell and pull the trigger on the damn thing. Waste what little ammunition I had. finding enough resources to survive?
It's a bit low, actually. But I think I'm near Benzino. So shouldn't be a big deal if I'm near Benzino.
If I remember rightly, the distribution of loot and the importance of that loot is the further west you go, the better it gets. The further northwest you go, the better it gets.
Alright.
They've sort of like areaed up the map to to force people to go west, basically. Bodies of water still look a bit odd at distance. That looks too steep. In Armour, they used to work quite hard, the map makers, to ensure that there weren't steep portions so steep that you'd get fall damage. Otherwise, the AI bots would get really confused. They don't seem to worry so much in the modifications they've made to Dayz about that, because there are some very steep slopes. Because it would mess with the navigation of the bots in... There's a zombie out in the open. Navigation of the bots in Armour 2 and Armour 3, if there was any terrain so steep they couldn't navigate it by foot. Well, made it to the next village.
Couldn't you make a backpack with rope and sticks?
Rope sticks and a burlap sack.
Alright, I need a burlap sack then.
A welding mask. Why would anyone have a welding mask? Ooh, a pistol. A red 9, but that looks like a broom handle Mauser. Broom handle Mauser should be. Oh God. Well, let's have it. Yes, it lets me put it in there. It lets me chamber. Did I chamber all of it, or did I load it? Let's get rid of that one and put that one on 3. So I've got my pistol, but I've no idea how many rounds is in it. Inspect. Yeah, I've got a pistol. I've apparently chambered round, but I don't know if I've actually loaded it completely. And I don't know how full it is. Very odd. Oh, it's nice to find one. scrolly up. Might protect me from the occasional bash to the head. A wheel. Sounds like loot's a little nicer here. Or 9mm rounds. Yeah, I've come just a little bit further west, and now there's more stuff.
Yeah, I'm just stuffing myself at the minute.
I think I've got a zombie after me. I really don't need to be inside a building getting zapped by zombies. And I'm not bleeding. Odd. Ooh, he had some tin sardines on him. I killed a zombie and he had sardines on him.
Nice. Good to know.
Yeah, but does that mean I can eat the zombie?
Well, it's good to know that zombies carry food, so if you need food, just kill the zombie.
I bet you're going to get sick now because I found sardines on a zombie and I'm eating them. Mind you, it's tin, so should be okay. I remember the old game, you used to kill zombies for food. You knew you were in a bad way. Strange, I've been hit by zombies a few times now, and I haven't actually started bleeding.
Are you green, stuffed and energized?
Oh no, I'm hungry. And I'm starting to lose my bearings slightly as well, which doesn't help. I think I'm heading roughly in a westerly direction, and I have the sun to my left-hand side. It might be more northwesterly direction.
Oh, and the best thing about the other Dayz is you have auto run button.
Auto run.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Always used to be the way that if you double tap W, it would auto run. If you double tapped any action key, it would do that continuously. It would toggle, and auto running would definitely be a thing. turned up the gamma some more on my game. Don't seem to be coming across power lines in the way I would expect to in the old. Maybe that my memory of that is starting to, you know, slightly confused. It's quite a large town over that way. The mental map of everything in DayZ is not as good as it once was.
I think they've also been changing some bits and bobs.
Yeah, but the general layout of the map hasn't changed. It's still, you know, 15 kilometers by 15 kilometers square with water along the bottom and the right-hand side. Major towns are still in the same place. The layout's changed. I was at one place down at the bottom right-hand corner, just inland by about a kilometre up the hill. There was a little village, and it's now a ski resort, including ski lift.
Wow, that's new. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, so there was a ski lift. Talking of power lines, just found one. This should be the north-south one that goes to Berezino. Assuming they haven't changed all my power lines around. Those not used to me streaming from years ago, power lines are a fantastic navigation tool.
Alright, created carrier bag.
Yeah,
now you say if I have a stick, I can make a bigger bag, yeah?
With string, sticks, and a burlap sack, you produce one bag. If you do just string and burlap sack, you produce a smaller bag. It's still a bag, but it's slightly larger if you have sticks as well.
Alright, let's see if I can.
But I don't know if it's just general sticks or whether there's the type that you make a fishing rod with. That might be the type of sticks you need. I don't know, because general bundle of sticks I think is just like starting fires and such like. Where's my shadow gone? There it is. I am sort of wandering aimlessly a bit at the moment. Compass would be really useful right now. Some more food would be a really good use now. Yeah, I'm getting the I'm hungry message. I'm never certain quite how popular any stream I do will be, because the times of day that I would be streaming would be sort of roughly during the afternoon while I'm playing. And everyone on the stream can hear me drink coffee. This is very dark on the video stream. My game's almost washed out. Is this actually a track? Sort of. Right, the guy is asking us when did we first start playing DayZ. So Gaddo, when did we first start playing DayZ? Back with the mod when you could be a hero, and also, we were involved in the pre-alpha with the developers. That's Gatto and I.
Yeah, I think we've been playing that before, 2-3 years before the alpha started.
Yeah.
Something like that.
A couple of years where before it started turning into the kill everyone on sight. When I first started playing DayZ, most people were friendly, and there were only like a handful of servers before it really got popular. Because I was playing, because I've always been an armor player. I started playing armor ages ago. I missed the very first, which was Operation Flashpoint. But Armour 1, I was playing that. Armour 2 came out, I was playing that. And then we had, was it PMC and the Broken Arrow, the Arrowhead, the Takistan expansion. Just heard a zombie. No, I didn't. I've just seen deer. Oh, it's a herd of deer.
Were you carrying a Spotter 22? Yeah.
Am I carrying one?
Spotter. Well, you
I do have
know what's
a rifle, but I've just seen deer, a herd of deer. Isn't that amazing?
Well,
because they're actually together as a herd, and there's the big bugger.
Shoot it.
I'm not shooting a deer.
Meat.
I'd have to go and
Kill Bambi.
No, I'm not killing Bambi. I think that's pretty cool.
I found myself a Spotter 22, but I'm wondering what goes in it.
22 ammunition.
Oh, right, that easy.
That's the easiest. Headshot on a zombie might take a couple of shots, and I think you can only put one bullet in at a time. But no, I've seen a video of the wolves. They look scary as.
Right, I haven't. Is it really that long that I haven't played this?
I think wolves are currently in the experimental branch.
All right.
Asking you about the darkness in the stream, guys. This is my very first stream of DayZ. I traditionally was a YouTuber doing things. This is pre-Twitch, and I've only just come back to Windows, having spent at least the last year running Linux exclusively, and yeah, because I got people on the stream saying, "Why is it so dark? Why is it so dark? Other people's streams aren't." Yeah, well, I'm learning at the moment. And when you think about it, I haven't got any overlay. You can't see my face. I haven't got my camera sorted out. It's all a bit Pete Tong at the moment. This is just an experiment. Not even sure if I'm going to continue streaming. I probably am now because I'm hooked already. But I've turned my gamma up, and it's a little better, but it's still very dark. People are chatting, muttering about why it's so dark for them watching me play. I have noticed with other YouTubers that I watch, Dyslexy and the guys in Shack Tactical, I watch a lot of their YouTube videos, and a lot of their stuff is very dark, to the point where they'll be playing at night and you can't see bugger all. And yes, I've been getting my armour and DayZ fixed by watching other people play rather than playing myself.
I've been watching a lot of Frankie 1000 point something, whatever. He's cool to watch. He played on Armour 3. That's where I found out that Armour 3 even had these mods.
Yeah.
I started investigating, and I don't know, it's just the graphics. Because I couldn't believe the graphics he was having. Is that Daisy?
Give me a second, I should be able to tell you what frame rate I'm getting whilst I stream and do all of this. Hold on a second. No, it's not showing me how to do settings. Doesn't appear that I can get the FPS to counter to show whilst I'm recording. Someone has commented and said that Frankie is a bitch.
He probably got killed by Frankie then.
Ooh, I'm getting some frame rate stutters. It's probably reacting to me changing settings and things. Still quite darker looking at my stream. I don't want to push my gamma up any higher, because everything looks washed out, and that affects gameplay as well, because gamma is used in the game and colour saturation is used in the game to tell you how healthy you are. I need to find something to eat fairly soon. I've been hungry for too long. Do you know what? I think I know where I am. Are those power lines? Yeah. I am just north of Novi Sobor. Or northwest. No. Yeah, no, northeast of Novi Sobor.
Yeah, I'm just underneath Basino still. Running rest.
I'm now extremely hungry. The only berry bushes are the poisonous ones around me at the moment, assuming that they're still following the same rules. So let's run into Novi Sobor. I think they've got the military base back at Starry. Might have. Apparently I'm now starving, which is not good. Hopefully Novi Sobor has some decent loot.
There's some apple trees around Novi.
Yeah, but as I say, I wasn't having much luck at all.
I got quite a bit from it. I got myself stuffed with apples.
Yeah, I did at first, and then the further I got in, the less.
Just try a couple to make sure you don't starve.
Yeah, don't want to starve to death. Been playing for a couple of hours, don't want to starve to death. I'm hoping that Novi and Starry Sobor are far enough in to be a slightly higher loot portion, if you know what I mean. Somewhat amazed to find that people actually want to, I suppose it's holiday time, people are not at work yet or at school. Let's go first person, let's get in there. God, I may get so hungry. I was thinking I may have to get so hungry I'll actually have to farm. I always get bored with the searching for apples and give up.
I just keep button spamming until I have some.
I have an apple. Oh, this is boring. Fun. 2 apples so far. Oh, come on. I want an apple. Give me an apple. Three apples. Whoop-de-doo. God, if you ate apples on an empty stomach, it'd give you the collywobble, something wrong. Sod it. Not looking for apples anymore. It's boring.
Yeah, you're not keeping streamers without. I'm on my way to...
I have found a nice looking rifle.
Novi. Sorry.
Winchester Model 70. So let's get rid of that. Let's... Oh, come on, scroll faster. Swap that out. So that goes to there. Do I have any ammunition for it? Well, it would be 9mm. Would it be 2.2? Would it be 2.2? Don't think it takes 2.2. No, it doesn't take 2.2. Doesn't take ACP. No, and no. Well, I've got no ammunition for it, but it's a much, much nicer looking weapon. I've got ammo for this puppy here, so... What have we got? Grey, they're pristine, and mine are pristine, so I'll keep those. Do-do-do. Nothing in here. It's not bad. Found a rifle with a scope on it. Spinal boots, they're in rough condition. There's a police station. Doesn't appear to be any zombies in what's an arrow? Ah, heard my first zombie. Gaffer tape. Now, does gaffer tape do anything yet? You'd think you'd be able to repair your clothing or armour your clothing with gaffer tape. Yeah, I'm hearing more zombies now. You're interested in me. Sod it. Right in the back of the head. Come on. Oi, piss off you. You'd think the zombies would, like, attempt to sort of like gang up on you when they hear one zombie cry.
Well, in Armor 3 it depends a bit on the server. Some are more vicious than the other. And the other day I had one that just kept spawning the zombies constantly. You had 10 of them running after you, and as soon as you kill one, 2 more show up. It was evil. And even with a silencer, it just kept coming for you.
That's not good.
It was fun, but then I found out they didn't have all the tools in, all the stuff. It was only the half of it. They you had to repair cars with a roll of duct tape instead of a new wheel or whatever you need normally. So it was a bit shit.
Well, I got me a Glock.
Did you visit Gorka?
No, don't think so.
Okay, I'm running through it now. Just want to make sure I don't visit all the houses for nothing.
Well, as I say, I've managed to get myself a pistol now. Still using an axe primarily.
I haven't killed a Zed yet.
They react to hit. They're still as fluky as ever. That they tap you when you don't expect it. But they do react to your hits. Quite a few zombies here.
Yeah, I got a couple following me.
Do you have an axe?
Yep.
I think I'm going to have to kill this guy. Got me a dead zombie.
There's a police station here, but I can't stop. There's about 10 of them following me.
Oh, you have 10 following you,
4.
and you don't have an axe?
I do, but not to take on 4. So I'm just lagging it towards you.
The wife's just informed me she wants to go out, so there's going to be a limit to how long I can do this. Which is a shame.
Whew, that took a lot of swings. Pretty great. Managed to kill them all. Just need some healing.
I just found a dirty great big backpack. Of course, it's the backpack you can't look over your shoulder anymore with.
Large one.
Yeah, it's the large dry bag. So looking over your shoulder is a little more tricky. Let's do these agricultural buildings that I think it's off to Starry, and then I'm going to have to placate the wife who wants to go out. I must admit I've been streaming way longer than I thought I was going to. I hear him zombies. Two. I don't want to take on two. Another two. As he cottoned. He does seem to be coming my way. Crossbow, don't need a crossbow. What are you doing up there, stupid zombie? Are you? Oh, a hay hook. Sewing kit and tuna. I think it's time to run like a SOB to Starry. I think I'm going to have at least 2 Zs on my tail. Yeah, I do. There's one.
3 chest holsters in one room. Yeah, that's
Yeah, there's a normal sort of clustering, isn't it? I just managed to kill myself as Zed.
I had to kill 3 just to get in here. So it's gonna be a bummer if it's not worth it. Pretty grayed out and color faded.
Well, I've turned my gamma up so high for the streamers that I'm not quite sure what colours I've got going on.
Yeah.
I'm hydrated and hungry. And heading for the military base at Stary Sobor. Hopefully I can pick up some decent weaponry and ammunition. I hear chickens.
I tried to kill one, but I couldn't catch it. And too many Zeds around, so I couldn't follow it.
Damaged. One. Cool. I hear a lot of zombies. Don't want to be in there. And I'm bleeding. Shit.
This annoys me. I tried to pick up a gun and it just disappears on me.
Should. That'll do. I think I've trapped a zombie in a container. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. So that was... Sorry about that. Oh, shit. Just had the... Hang on. Right, explanation. Just had the front doorbell go. No.
In
out of
game
the-
or real life?
In real life. Come back to zombie bashing. Oh, that was scary. I have been blooded. So many dead zombies. And the DPD guy at the front door.
And that all for a package. Almost died. Got myself working CR75. With ammo, so at least got
I've got an
something.
SKS.
Ooh, nice.
And zombies coming out the wazoo. And they're military zombies. And it's really disconcerting.
I don't know, do the zombies respawn, or when you kill them they're all dead?
I think when you
loot.
kill them they're all dead, I think.
Because you're now at Starry, yeah?
Yes, I'm currently the Starry, but unfortunately I am going to have to stop playing at some point because
Yeah.
Judy wants to go out. So oh, UK Assault Vest, that'll do nicely.
I played the other day Trying to Roost in the Winter. The bad thing with that mod was you couldn't enter all the new buildings. You know, it was all like the old days.
And I got myself a compass. So non-enterable buildings, but wintertime.
Yep. It looked pretty nice, but only played for about 15 minutes and was bored of it. It was funny, you could double tap the radio and it would spawn in a bicycle. So that was a bit silly, so I kind of was done with the mod. That's the thing, you have to find the perfect server with the right mods on it.
Got a PU scope. My guess is a player's been along here because there's a I don't know if it's true or not, but there is a stick burlap sack backpack here.
Sounds like a new guy. Haven't found much as in close.
Busy trying to kill a zombie. Right, I'm afraid I am going to have to find a spot to despawn and leave it at that, because the Wilfie wants to go out, so that's not a problem. And this was only supposed to be a test, and I've been streaming for a while. Oh, let's go up here and see what's up here. Answer nothing. So, stand in a bush. So I'm currently stood in a bush for a couple of minutes so that the server knows precisely where I am. There's only one person watching now. Make my apologies. Right. Thanks for watching, boys. I'm out of here. Playtime, time, distance still doesn't work. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching. And there'll be another one of these at some point in the near future. Bye.